Hello, this is Iron Spiderfist, and today we're gonna take a look at draining a ocean monument. So yeah, this is not a tutorial on a guardian farm, this is just some easy tips and tricks to get you started on an empty ocean monument where you can then later build your guardian farm. So yeah, let's get into it. There's a few things you should bring when actually draining an ocean monument. And first of all, I'd highly recommend a trident with loyalty and possibly impaling 5. That is like one of the best weapons to deal lots of damage against guardians, against elder guardians, so I'd recommend bringing one of these. If you've got a trident or multiple tridents, then you possibly came across some drowns and have gathered some Nautilus shells. These are very important if you want to actually drain an ocean monument, because with these you can craft a conduit. All you need for that is a heart of the sea, and then you're good to go. And basically just put down a conduit, and with this you can breathe underwater, and you don't have to use any water breathing potions or something like that, and just basically concentrate on actually defeating the Elder Guardians and getting rid of the water and clearing the whole space. Next, what I'm gonna recommend is you get to a lush cave and get yourself an axolotl, or multiple of them. They may die during the fight with some guardians, but it's quite good to actually have a few of those around you, and you can basically get as many as you want. I went in with around 14 or some axolotls, and they did a lot of damage, and I think they made it quite easier to actually defeat the Elder Guardians. If we look at armor, you should probably use armor that has protection 4 on it, at least like 2 pieces with protection 4 or 3, and that should be enough. And then what you also want to have is aqua affinity and respiration. So that's both on your helmet, so that you actually can breathe underwater longer. This is important if you don't actually use a conduit. If you use a conduit, it doesn't matter, but if you don't use one, this could be a trick that will make it a lot easier to get around. Next, what we should talk about is if you don't use respiration and you don't use conduits, you actually need to get some air when you're down fighting the guardians inside this ocean monument. So what you want to do is craft some doors. These doors will not be waterlogged once you place them down, so basically you get an air gap. Next thing you want to bring, if you don't have a good armor or you don't have tridents, or just if you want to be perfectly safe, then you should use a potion of invisibility. Before you do this, make sure that you don't have any armor on, because otherwise the guardians will see you nonetheless. They will see the floating armor pieces and think to themselves, well, I can shoot that at least. And yeah, so potion of invisibility, make sure you have nothing on you, and then you can defeat the Elder Guardians easily without any problems. And yeah, this is also a very good way to actually put down the sand when it's getting quite hairy, because there's too many guardians at this one particular place where you have to put down the sand, or if you want to drain a specific point where there is very much a high amount of guardians and you actually have too little space for your sponges, and you would get killed if you were to try to place them down. So yeah, this is also a very, very useful tool. What you will also need to actually drain an ocean monument is lots of sand. So search yourself a desert that you don't want to keep and go absolutely wild. Just go wild. Take down the whole desert, put it into chests and take them with you. If you don't have shulker boxes yet, just use your ender chest and try to put it in ender chests and move it over that way. And yeah, it's quite useful. You don't need that much, but you need like I think it was 4 shulker boxes to actually surround the monument. And yeah, so it's quite a lot of stacks. And then you will need some to actually make a grid pattern and dry it with sponges. While drying it with sponges, you should make a grid pattern that is actually 6 by 3 blocks. So each time you place a sponge, place it 3 blocks down, so the third block from the top, and then you will have drained a 3 by 3 block of water, and then turn around to the other side and put down the sponge also 3 blocks from the top, and then you can actually get down one of these columns rather quickly and get it done quite easily so that these segments are dried out very quickly. Also, you should bring a hoe. These are very, very important for actually breaking the sponges quite quickly. And then if you bring them to the nether to dry them, make sure you're in an area where you won't lose any sponges. So there's no ghasts nearby that can burn them up, explode them or anything. There's no lava nearby so that they can't burn. And yeah, then just put them down and pick them back up again. And they're dried and ready to go again. I mentioned it before, but potions are also a very good way to get around these watery depths without needing to take in air or without getting hurt. So the 2 potions I'd recommend are water breathing potions, but this is only if you don't have anything else that basically keeps you from drowning. And the other thing is actually a potion of invisibility. Because if you don't have any armor on and you drink a potion of invisibility, then the mobs won't see you, the guardians won't shoot at you, and you basically can run free and do whatever you want in the ocean monument, and that is basically a very easy way to get around these attacks. So, this has been Iron Spider Fist. I really hope you enjoyed this small video. Comment down below and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya!